Hello, and welcome back once again to Infinite, 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 Infinite Jeff. Infinite Jeff. Infinite Jeff. The project where Jeff, finite Jeff, but Jeff, I read the book Infinite Jest to you one page at a time, one day at a time. Mrs. Romano, I read it, I record it, I make a little video file thing out of it, I put it on YouTube, and I have a loyal listener, and I really appreciate her patronage, or matronage, question mark, but maybe someday I'll have more listeners, who knows. But I appreciate you, Heather. Thank you. And this is page up, so I'm very tired and I'm very stoned right now. So I'm getting stoned. This is page 373. More of this. Yeah, this one's not fun to read. This one's gross. Here we go. 373. Bulbed vanity mirror to try to get the Raquel Welch wig untangled. And when she finally got the mask off, with the vanity mirror still blazing away, the speaker says how she was forced to gaze for the first time on its lit-up, paralytic post-diddle face, and how the expression thereon was the most assuredly quite enough to force anybody with an operant limbic system, footnote 142, to leg it right out of her dysfunctional foster family's home. Nay, and the whole community of Saugus, Massachusetts, now homeless and scarred, and forced by dark psychic forces straight to route one's infamous gauntlet of neon-lit depravity and addiction, to try and forget, rasa the tabla, wipe the memory totally out, numb it with opiates. Voice trembling, she accepts the chairperson's proffered bandana hanky and blows her nose one nostril at a time, and says she can almost see it all over again. Its expression in the vanity's light, only its eyes, whites, showed. And while its utter catatonia and paralysis prevented the contraction of its luridly rouged face's circumferal muscles into any conventional human facial type expression, nevertheless, some hideously mobile and expressive layer in the moist regions below real people's expressive facial layer, some slow twitch layer unique to it, had blindly contracted somehow to gather the blank, soft cheese of its face into this sort of pinched, gasping look of neurologic concentration that marks a carnal bliss beyond smiles or sighs. Its face looked post-coital, sort of the way you'd imagine the vacuole and optica of a protozoan looking post-coital after it shuddered and shot its monocellular load into the cold waters of some really old sea. Its facial expression was, in a word, the speaker says, unspeakably, unforgettably ghastly and horrid and scarring. It was also the exact same expression as the facial expression on the stone-robed lady's face in this one untitled photo of some Catholic statue that hung, the photo, in the dysfunctional household's parlor right above the little teak table where the dysfunctional foster mother kept her beads and hours and lay breviary. Breviary? What is that word? There it is. A breviary, a book containing the service for each day to be recited by those in orders in the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, so that's why I've never come across that. Not a Catholic. Cool. This photo of a statue of a woman whose stone robes were half hiked up and wrinkled in the most god-awfully sensually prurient way. The woman reclined against uncut rock, her robes hiked and one stone foot hanging off the rock as her legs hung parted, with a grinning little totally psychotic-looking cherub-type angel standing on the lady's open thighs and pointing a bare arrow at where the stoned robe hid her cold tit, the woman's face upturned and cocked and pinched into that exact same shuddering protozoan look beyond pleasure or pain. The wacko foster mom knelt daily to that photo in a beaded and worshipful posture, and also required daily that it be hoisted by the adopted daughter from its never-mentioned wheelchair and held under its arms and lowered so as to approximate the same knelt devotion in the photo. And while it gurgled and its head lolled, the speaker had gazed at the photo with a nameless revulsion each morning as she held its dead slumped weight and tried to keep its chin off its chest, and now was being forced into seeing by mirror light the exact same express hyphen. We end on a hyphenated word, express something. But that was page 373. And, yeah. Breviary. All right. Have a good night.